point because two teams seems to be heading towards school. Now this kind of circle is also very tricky, but we'll talk about the circle later on as we watch Bacon Time against DXavier.
Super interesting. This piqued my interest quite a lot as these Xaviers will go not just unchallenged, they are being forced to take the fight against Bacon Time, and Bacon Time not keeping this quiet as well. He got himself a couple of visors to work around. Tap taking on Box Gaming at the same time. Box, they're trying to push out. I'm not sure what happened here, but definitely Sam9 is winning this big time as Box Gaming losing more men. Heavily told, we talk about 2 casualty, but the Dibs will actually give support fire. 10 minutes to close that one out without any vest, without any helmet. That's going to be a good start for Sam9, but on the side of DX versus Bacon, this is where things get really hot.
Oh yeah, and the heat is still not dying down yet. As Bacon Time, now they suffer major casualties. And let's see what Night Noise can do. 3 touch is currently down. Don't think they can pick him up. He's being held ransom right now as Shirley goes in, but Shirley being gunned down. Now it's down to Night Noise against the entire DX.
Chua trying to spot out Noise right now. Bacon Time pull back for a bit. They have to retreat. They haven't got enough to work around. Their weapons are such a big difference as well, but Chua almost clipped the entirety of his HP, and Lamborghini is on the ground. Noise is just playing with those pistols. Goodness me, those pistols make such a big play for Bacon Time. Noise clutched that one now, but couldn't hold on for one more player as DX remain with the 2 Rabies as well as Frankie. Ring around the rosy to finish off, but remaining as the last player, Ice. Can he do this for the entire team?
Ooh, okay, but DX unfortunately through that fight they lost 2, so heavy casualty on their side as well. Ice will now play for placement points. He'll definitely not want any part of it, but it seems to be, yeah, I guess through this round at least it is DX's area, but we'll have a replay of what happened to Nine Noise earlier on. So he won that gunfight against Chua, but because he took too much time to loot, and I kind of understand, so maybe his bullets were low so he couldn't finish it that fast, but he was counterfired upon immediately. But looking at the win, I would say it goes towards DXavier. Maybe DXavier might hold on to that next round, unless, well, Bacon Time still wants to...
For Alter Ego, definitely try to avoid those civil war for the teams.
Oh, okay, this ain't a civil war, but this is a necessary war for GE, as they seem to be winning the fight against Void. Again, Choo-Choo, again, Void. They lost one, okay, they can still recover as Keenan traces out on Ichi. Can he get another one onto Als? Oh no, he's in trouble right now.
Void as well. Again, Void being that number 1. You know what? When you have that number 1, you have that statue being targeted. But at least right now, they're getting 1 knockdown. They're fighting back and not going to go down in vain. But GE's eye. Oh, it's going to be perfect angle getting on one on over. It's going to be 1 knockdown. GE challenging the number 1 spot there. You know what? We are wild cards here, going wild. Lapar taking on West. But Sai shredded his almost entirely gone helmet. Taking a fight against Kanan. At the same time, Blue Zone closing in. What's the timing here? We're talking about you cannot extend this fight anymore for both teams.
Well, as the song goes, I got a blue zone and a blue damage. Now it's going to be damaging 2 teams back to back. But wait a second, where did they come from? Oh, Lapa from the other side. Knockdown. Wow. Okay, that's a really good shot there. But GE, we can see that they're on the other side, 2 players reviving each other. And now Lapa's moving in. I'm
secret. I'm not sure what they have in their plans, but definitely not working out. And Isaac got stuck himself amongst BTR players. Uhigh on the ground. It's going to be a bit of a... this feels very nostalgic. Uhigh here fighting against Isaac. But DBS in the hands of Isaac. Chucked down by the blue zone. No first aid. Isaac, how you want to process?
Well, probably try to get it out for Uhigh, but Ryzen's there though. So he can't loot, and now he's super duper low. He'll be taken out by Ryzen. Number 14 for Team Secret. But at least this time around they got 1 elimination point, but it's not the amount of points Team Secret fans would expect. They would definitely expect more.
Same goes for DX, honestly speaking. They are one of the best back then. comes to last year. Players of Hill even got himself in a bumpy moment here. MR5.
Oh.
He couldn't just get out from here. RIQ spot him out in a clear day side.
Yeah, there's no space for them to play because behind them is zone number 6. And at the same time, Tiger is blocking another entry. So it was tough for them. They have nowhere else to go and now they're kind of surrounded. But Hale, they are playing this very aggressively, sending Tiger on the outside of the zone, taking a little bit of a risk there just to take out FaZe Clan. And looks like it's going to be worth it as FaZe Clan is out.
FaZe Clan too scrappy, but at the same time a bit massive for them when it comes to just exposing themselves in the open, trying to land those utilities forcefully. But back towards Hill. Hill on the other hand, living out with the two or three players left. Alter Ego walking straight into Nuance. Shunos.
Oh, here we go.
Rosemary visit him. He still get knocked out. BOOTCAMP, the last player, still breathing and breathing out. It's going to be Alter Ego finish him off from the back line. Alter Ego dominating over for 5 eliminations. RQ spotting up Alter Ego the moment they open fire to the side of the last member of Shunos of BOOTCAMP. It gives away the position. Asa just take advantage to his side, kept tapping it up, and might finish off Octa.
Oh, at least Zunos managed to get one before he went down to RRQ. And now RRQ with the high ground. Looks like he's trying to spot out the rest of Alter Ego. Alter Ego making that movement. Alter Ego down to the last man though. So gotta be really, really careful there. Still on the outside of the circle. RRQ now heading towards 7-9.
Navigating themselves straight into Fanatics here for Asa and more. A bit reckless, but well worthy if they want to secure those points. Fnatic heard the audio cue coming up from those vehicles, tried to force them back off for Mort and Asa, but at the same time detonate just now, just a track on the side of Sam 9 to give their crosshair to over this side of the angle. Nepeko on the other hand still holding the angle by himself in the elevations of the mountain, but Fnatic just gonna keep this spray on the side of us. A slither of health remains. Clip quite a number of it and pushing forward. We have to be extra careful. Sam 9, like I mentioned early on, Fnatic, those nades, those fires attracted Sam 9 on his back and here. Fnatic have to be extra careful as Alter Ego, he's the last member surviving.
Ooh, Alter Ego, how long can he still withstand this? But looks like RRQ is going in for the disengage. They're going to reset on the right. And they need to. They need some space. They need time. Right now, Fnatic's trying to hunt them down. On the left side, we can see that two teams really close to each other. It's going to be 7-9. We have another team. But right now, in 3 more seconds, we'll see who will be favored by the circle. And the circle went down. 7-9 needs to move.
Same goes for Fnatic here. Might get burned off by the blue zone, but he barely can make it in. BTR spreading it wide and clear as day. Talking about trying to dominate over the west side of the circle. It feels still so hard. They have to take down 7-9 first. They are in the same boat, but different side of a hill. They got those elevations. The uneven hill make it so hard for these guys to land any drops here. You talk about BTR quite hesitant to push forward. They are hugging around the slopes of the hill, seeing it for flash of hill. Bit quiet for now. The one that actually on the vintage or the prime spot is going to be RIQ. Got himself those elevations to work around, but quite in a plain sight there. If these guys start to push onwards and forward, it's going to be them be taken down first for RIQ. Nobody willing to move right now.
But the zone will force them to move anyway, and that's going to be Sam 9. They still a full squad, so right now they are the only squad still maintaining as a full 4. But they are waiting for the right moment to go in. They got to be careful on their right. They could be surprised by BTR. RRQ kind of busy on the other side as well. Right now BTR starting to make their move. So with the vehicle movement, 7-9 would have heard it. So right now 7-9, because they know that there's some movement on the right, they're starting to be a little bit more cautious.
Swavel just going to toss over and run back and reunite with the rest of BTR. They're trying to bait out how BTR is playing. They try to bait out those fires. They try to force the other teams to exploit themselves first. We're just
Whoa.
gonna poke you, and that poking is gonna be landed on the timing of Sadip. He just drew himself there. The timing was impeccable coming up from BTR. There was no way you can see that one coming, but look, been splat over by Deuce. Another one down. Sam 9 were taken now by
Ryzen.
BTR, and this is necessary for the side of BTR to cut across, but Dap's not willing to give out just yet. He's fighting for his life, but BTR, they're taking this matter into their hands and slowly picking off Sam 9 one by one.
Wow, that's next level coordination there by BTR. And from that angle, from that slow, it was hard for Sorvel to know exactly where Sam9 is at, but with that one nade, there was an opening for BTR to come in. Now they're down to Dap. Dap could probably pick up Lung. There's still enough time, 25 more seconds before the zone closes. But right now, they're still on the outside of the circle. BTR doing the same as well, but Sam9 from a full squad, now down to a duo. A bot went down to get slow. He will get what he wants.
Hill trying to buy time with those smokes out at the same time. Gatslow just making sure he can take covers within the smoke for a bit tiny more. But at the same time, we're talking about Sam 9, who barely make it into the safe zone just yet. Gatslow trying to open up the space, argue more on the ground. Napako ready up for his molly to toss around the hillside. Asar have to actually got over the side of BTR, who's moving to the side of Hill as well. They are rushing in, just ramping into it. Ryzen make a big U-turn to build out towards the side of Hill, but Svarvel and the rest of BTR, they are the ones that should look out for, because these guys are arm harm, not giving enough attention to. And Gatslow from Hill tried to make sure he got himself covers from the structures and vegetation in between, but RQ forced him to fight it, and Peko keep on pushing forward.
Ooh, Asa with the high ground. Right now, Asa managed to get one, and that is it for Get Slow. Bacon time, number 5 for elimination points. That over 4 to Swabat is going to be the revenge, but that will be counter fire point. That will finish off. And number 5 is going to be RRQ right now, up against another team that's going to be BTR, the 2 Indonesian teams for that second chicken dinner for today.
It's quite low. I'm not sure if he got enough utilities on his side to heal himself back up. But the side of Svarvel, same goes for BTR. It's going to be 3v3 for both teams. The one that's separating right now is just the distance. It's just those hills. And the Blues are forcing RQ to push forward. Asar starts to shoot. He needs to stand up. The blue zone is going to be painful. And Ryzen spotting out just at the nick of time. Perfect spray coming up from Ryzen. Svarvel, the rest of the team having a bit of a trade here. Ryzen knocked down next with 5 eliminations in his 9 in the bag for BTR. But for BTR, Deuce is not showing any sign of stopping or slowing at all. As RQ and Peko next on the ground. 2v1. Yachts against RQ. Can pull this out. BTR